Hey everyone, it's Tiff Teeter from The Amazing Odyssey. This video, as its title, is about my 60-day experiment. I talked about it in a previous video, but I want to kind of go into a little bit deeper just to explain what it is I'm doing. Again, this is just an experiment. It's me experimenting on myself with habits and trying to develop healthier habits during doing a lot of reading and research on other people's suggestions on how to do this as well throughout this. So I'll be giving tips, I'll be giving information, things that have worked for me in the past that I know works also. So it's not just other people's words and things. That's the whole point of this, is just to show these things that do work and what does not work for me, but maybe it will help you because, like I said, I'll be giving tips and things. I was on a very good path of healthy habits and working hard and starting new routines and things like that. And then different my environment changed, different things changed, so they kind of set me back. And I've been playing catch up, and I'm ready to just jump right back into things. And I've actually been planning this out for a little bit, but it's been hard to actually start, say, okay, this is day one of the 60-day challenge, because I want it to be the right day or whatever. Although I'll say I'm starting this day, but it kind of gets prolonged and I'll make up excuses. And that's kind of a part of the whole point and why I'm doing this too, is because I feel like one of the things that we lack, or that we are lacking, most of us that struggle with this as far as being consistent, that is one of the key elements in continuing healthy habits and being successful in what we want to do. So if we can't be consistent, we can't develop those habits. So we need that consistency. We need that focus. That's what the one of the key ingredients are. Is that so? I'm really gonna be talking about that a lot. Like I said, giving tips on that, and I'm gonna be reading a lot about that too, on what other people have found to help them, and different scientific studies and whatever else I can come up with. But in the 60-day experiment, the things that I'm working on for myself, I have a top 5 list of things I want to work on. Now, mind you, before I even start this, I wrote the book, The 5 Keys to Living a Successful Life, and it has, I feel a lot of valuable information on living a holistic lifestyle and using that and that information to be successful in your life, or to use it as a tool to help you to develop habits that will help you become successful. So with that, I also have a 10-day action guide, and that was kind of my basis for this as well, because I was going to write a 67-day action guide anyway, but I feel that's so just linear, and I'm a kinesthetic and type of person, so I like to do, and also I'm a visual person. I like to see. I am a film producer. I make films, so I like to depict stories through visual things instead of just on a paper, words on a paper. Go on, Cole. Go. 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 Goodness. Sorry about that. Watch my other video, you'll know why I did that. I'm not mean to the cat. I can't mess with him. So, but anyway, you just lost my train of thought. But yeah, I like to do things more visually. So I feel I'm just going to do this as, I guess, a playlist possibly, or maybe just a separate channel, depending on how many videos I'll end up making with this. But I do want to try and record at least once a week for this 60-day experiment, if not more than that, just to show progress and, like I said, talk about tips and things that I've been reading, researching, and what's been working for me or hasn't been working for me, and how I'm doing in my own goals. So my top 5 goals, I'll try to keep this short, but one is to actually spend more time with God, and enhance and nourish the spiritual side of things for me. So that is one of my top things, because I feel that impacts the rest of my life. And if you read my 5 Keys books, you'll understand that I feel a lot of our lives are, there's three main parts of your life in your body that you need to work on, in my opinion. So there's the mind, or the spiritual side of things. There's the body and the physical body. And there is also the emotional state of things for you. So the body, mind, and spirit. And those three work together. And if one is messed up, then that will affect the other. I'm not saying it's like the end all be all, and once you accomplish this, that you'll accomplish everything in life. But I feel like that is the start to making things happen in your life. And once you understand that, and once you start working towards building all three of those areas together, you'll see how you'll progress, how fast you can progress too, and you'll start to see results and things like that. Like I said, I've seen this in my life, so I'm not just taking it from somewhere else and spewing it out. No, I've experienced this, and I know what I know has helped me, what has worked for me. I'm going to share that with whoever wants to hear it. So my next one is to live a holistic lifestyle. So basically what I just told you, using those three areas and working really hard on them and doing it to the best of my ability is my next goal, which the main points of that will be health and wellness. That's what I'm going to work on. So that's more of the actual physical body, exterior and interior, and the mental side of things, and also eating right. Those are going to be the points of the holistic lifestyle that I'm focusing on for the 60-day experiment. And then building a online business. And I've already started that, and I've done different things, and I've made money in different areas, but I'm not where I want to be. So I'm really, really, really trying to focus in on this because I want to be able to work full-time online. And I need that to happen by next year because I want to get on the road, and I don't want to have to stop for a job and deal with different things that I don't like. Like I've said this in a blog post recently, but I'm very grateful for the job I have. But my thing with it, and I know everybody would rather stay at home instead of work. Well, not everybody, but most people. But I'm just not, I feel like I'm not right now. I'm not made for the whole, 8 to 4, 9 to 5 type of job. And it's not like it's a hard job. It's not like, it's boring because every day's different. But I like going on my own schedule. And I like organizing and setting things up my own way, and I want to add value to other people in my own way. Get Cole. So this is my opportunity to do that, and it's using what I want to express and the things I want to put out there as a business. And I'm not just, asking for money or doing this and that. I'm actually making products that are valuable to people, that will help people in their lives. And that's where I want to take this. And I'm not going to get too deep into that right now, but I am working on that. I have some things in mind, and I really, like I said, I want to take this time to focus in on that because I want to make this happen to where I can become like a full-time online entrepreneur, I guess you could say. And my other two, like smaller top 5 goals is to build up my blog and my vlog. So this is the vlog, and I have a blog, theamazingodyssey.com. So I want to continue to do things that I can post up on my YouTube channel and also my blog. So that would be videos, I'll be writing articles or posts or whatever, and doing things that I can put on there. So, and let's see. Also, my other small top goal is to read and research and to learn more about the topics, my top 3 goals, which is spending time with God, living a holistic lifestyle, being healthy, eating right, that type of thing, and also building my online business. So basically those 3 are my top goals, my main focuses, and the other 2 support those. The other 2 technically are smaller parts of some of those goals, but they're goals in themselves bigger goals. And I'll get into that later in my 60-day stuff. But like I said, those top 3 are my main focuses. And the other 2 come in there anyway, and they support it. But I just needed to put it out there for myself to make it more detailed, I guess. But anyway, so why am I doing the 60-day experiment or challenge or whatever you want to call it? But it's basically because I believe that our belief determines our character, and that determines our attitude, and that also determines the results and things that we get in our life. Now, I know there's outside influences and things like that that can happen, but the way our outlook on life, our belief, is our worldview, is our perspective on life. So we have the ability to change that. And if we're walking around miserable and negative Nancy and just, trying to make somebody else's life miserable because theirs is miserable or whatever else, or woe is me all the time, then that's going to be our worldview. That's going to be that's all you're going to see in your life, is because that is your worldview. That is your belief, because that is what life is. So once you understand that you can change that, and some understand that, but for some reason they won't, and I don't know if it's because they honestly don't believe that it can be changed, and they don't have hope of something else, or what it is, but basically you just have to change your belief if you want something to happen. If you're watching this, or if you're feeling what I'm saying because you know that something better can happen in your life, or something greater can happen, or you just want to enhance your life to some degree, you want some tips or things like that, then you know that it is possible. So that is starting to change your belief. And once your belief is pretty much set in concrete, because you've dove deep into it, and understanding what you believe and understanding that what is, then you're able to change your environment and change the other things that are affected by that. So I say all that to say, I am doing this because I know that there is more, I can do better. I know that, and what I deserve, and I know what is possible, not just for me, but just the fact of where I live, in the United States of America and in the world, and I'm here alive right now today with the technology that's here, and the resources and the information and the opportunities like that. So I want to take advantage of that. I want to live life to the fullest, and I know it's possible. I know it's there, and I know that I can live that life. And, I am not lesser than someone else who's living a lifestyle that I want to live. I know that I can become that person. I know that that is possible, and it will happen. So that is my belief. So I will live that way. So then that is my character. That is who I am. That's my lifestyle. And so in that, I'm going to do things, and I'm going to start to see differently. I'm going to start thinking in the mindset of that person. And in doing that again, I will get the results. Things will start to happen. I mean, once you focus on something, you can make it happen. So if I want to focus on a certain lifestyle, and I constantly work on that, it will begin to happen. So, I mean, again, it's consistency. It's making it stick, and continuing to do it is the main ingredient. So, what to expect from this. I'm going to try to do this really fast. What to expect, and other little things that kind of will encompass it, and then I'll end it off, is I expect obstacles. Definitely. Like I said, I've been working on starting this for a little while now, and I've been procrastinating, and then I got sick, and different things happened, and excuses. I just need to just start doing it. I would set a day, and then the day would come, and I'd be like, well, maybe, this day, because that's better. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this 60-day experiment. I think I've planned enough. Everything should play out. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try and stay focused. And I also have to do some things to help me be focused, like eliminating distractions, changing my environment. Again, I talk about this in my 5 Keys to Living a Successful Life book. And I talk about the different tools you can use, and the different things you need to change to declutter your life, to organize your life on the outside and inside. So I'm going to be working on that, and I expect, like I said, obstacles to happen, but in those obstacles, I have to have something there, a backup plan. I have to have, the go-to. So I also have, like, if I mess up, if I stumble and fall, what will happen, you know. I set rewards for myself for accomplishing different goals, and if I make excuses and don't do something, I have to push those rewards back. And if it's something I really want, I don't want to push that back. So, and I also have to hold myself accountable, which this is one reason why I'm recording this, because it's out there now. It's out on the internet to everybody who ever is going to watch this. And so that'll hold me more accountable to actually continue to do this. Even if I fail, you know, at least I tried to do it. I'm sure I'll try it again, you know, in another 60 days or something until I get it, because I know I will get it. But this is, like I said, this is just recording like an experiment, so you never know what's going to happen. I can't say I'm going to sit here and do everything every 60 days. I know that I really want that to happen, but I will stumble. I know there's going to be those rainy days, those cold, cold days where I just don't even want to get out the bed and go to work. So in those, I'm still going to be recording and jotting it down and putting it on my blog as well, because this will help someone. I know it will, and I'm just using my life to show people, to help you out, and to help you eliminate some of those downfalls for yourself, so you can see it and skip over those parts. And another thing is, if I stumble and fall, then maybe whatever it is that I wanted to get done was too big, and I didn't give it enough time, because we usually plan a shorter amount of time than what we actually need. And so in that, then I need to reevaluate it and look at it and say, well, I need to break that down to smaller, actionable goals. Again, I talk about this in my book and my 10-day action guide, but I refer to them as baby goals or micro goals. So not only do you have like your ultimate goals, your long-term goals, your medium-term goals, short-term goals, but you have like baby or micro goals. And those break things down even further, because if you can't accomplish getting up every morning and eating a good breakfast because you know that's healthy for you and it's good for you, you need to get that nutrients in you and get you started because it gets you energized for the day. You can't do that, keep messing up, then maybe you need to break it down further. Maybe the night before you prep all of the food, or maybe that Sunday you prep it all up, put it in the freezer. So then it's just a pull out, heat up type of thing. You know, adjust the meals to that situation. Maybe it's even smaller and you just write down the grocery list. And then the next day you go to the store. And then the next day you plan out what you're going to prep, how you're going to do it, what meals you're going to have. And then the next day you prep it all, package it all, wash it all, cut it all, blah, 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 put it away. But I would suggest on the same day that you buy it, just get it all over with. And then the next time, you know, set in the alarm. And then you would also want to put some action right next to or beside another action that you always do anyway. So if my action I always do is grab a cup of water beside my bed and drink it, then I need to put my action that I want to develop that will get me out the bed to go make the breakfast beside that other action. So when I get up and I drink my water, I need to turn and put my feet on the floor and stretch. And that will make me go ahead and get up. Now, that is difficult, but when you put it next to something that you always do, that will set a reminder for you. So that's my first tip. I'm not going to get too much into this right now. But like I said, I'm trying to hurry up and get this done. So I have a reward set for myself for this as well. And again, this is about consistency, making things happen, developing new healthy habits, being focused, and seeing what's going to work and what's not going to work. Doing my own research and putting it out there for you in case, you know, you gain something from this, you want these tips or anything to help you out. And I hope it does help you out. So that's what's going on right now with the 60-day experiment. I'm starting it. By the time I post this video, it will be the day that I'm going to start this. It will probably be on Sunday. Right now it's Friday night. So I have some other videos to edit, so I'm going to edit those. But like I said, by the time this is posted, I'll be starting my 60-day experiment. We're going to see what happens. Focusing on those 3 main goals, but those other 2 that support it. Breaking those down into smaller actionable goals. And getting things done. Because I want to get this stuff done and be in this routine before I get into the van and start traveling again. Because I want to keep that routine no matter where I go. I want to be ready on the go. I'll talk about ways to stay healthy on the go as well, because that is my lifestyle. Living in small areas, so you have to stay healthy in small areas with the food you have and the resources you have. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. Again, this is all a part of my 60-day experiment and my vlog. So stay tuned, and I hope you get some good information from this, and I hope it helps somebody out. And I'll talk to y'all later.